Hi folks, Rock the Bossman again, back with more restaurant management advice consulting. Next, we're going to talk about, uh, excuse me, how to fix product issues. uh, but before we do, let me give you the address to my website again. Uh, now, how to fix product issues. First, you need to analyze what the issues are. You use your POS system to do this, and I'll break things down into categories for you and stuff. In case there's a portioning problem to go with the product issue. But if there isn't, it, that's what this is about. The portioning issue you can handle with your POS system to find out, when it relates to food cost. But this is assuming that you're getting complaints about a particular product or products and everything. So that's really more what this here is about. Uh, Next, is it just certain products? Is it a product? You need to determine if it's happening on certain shifts, or is it a certain employee? Is it to do with a particular ingredient only? Um, if it's to do with if it's multiple products, but just what are the common links in those products? That may be the quality of the ingredient, not the product. So maybe you've got something that's gone bad, mushrooms or chicken or fish or whatever. Okay. Um, if it is a certain product, what you want to do is compare. You make the product, have your staff make the product, your managers make the product, um, and compare, and then ask everybody to test, taste test and everything. Okay, um, get others' opinions and then rate as immediately, and then also after it being held. So if it's a product that you're delivering or it's being held for a little bit before a customer comes and picks it up for carryout, you want to test it, to see how it holds. Some products just don't hold well, period. Uh, Other products do. Um, and so that might be the problem is the holding time. Okay. Um, you're going to ask them to rate appearance, taste, and temperature. Okay. Obviously, the temperature relates to, usually in most cases, the holding. Okay. Um, Ask them to rate on a scale of 1 to 100. And in 1 to 100 instead of 1 to 10, because it gives you a more accurate, excuse me, idea. Um, Next, have them rate the value and ask them how much would they pay for this product. Sometimes customers will complain about a product not because the product is bad or anything, but because they feel they're overpaying for that product. Okay. Um, for example, a good example of this would be um, you're selling one piece of seafood um, in, on your menu, and that's the only piece of seafood, and you're not getting a good price on it. So you've got to have a higher price for that product yourself, because your supplier is not going to give you a great price on it. Okay, so in turn, you're charging more for it to keep your costs in line, and that may make it to the customer where the value isn't good enough for them. So there's a situation where that might occur. Um, Next, if it's not a certain product, the product, then the product isn't from any, being bad from inconsistency. Remove from the menu ASAP. If it's, when I say inconsistency, it's not this person's making it bad or this shift's making it bad or this or that or whatever. It's not a consistency in the making of the product. There's some other reason, okay, that customers are complaining about. Pull the product. Don't serve it anymore. Why serve product people are complaining about? You're just asking for more trouble. And then as soon as you do that, you need to inform um, your staff as to how to deal with this. You know, when someone asks for it, say, "Well, we'll give you a free drink because we've temporarily pulled this off the menu." Don't. One thing I don't like is telling the customer we're out of it. That makes you sound like you're incompetent and you can't order. Just tell them that we've temporarily pulled this product off the menu, and that's probably the best way to handle it. Okay, it's bad business to do that, so you want to get this situation resolved right away. But it's also bad business to serve product people people are complaining about. Train your staff on how to handle the crust. I just told you that. Um, Next is the problems, taste, or appearance. Um, if it's taste or appearance, adjust the recipe and then retest. And when I say retest, make the product to have people taste test it again. Okay. If the problem is temperature, why isn't it holding well? Okay. Is it a deep fried product and it's not crispy? If that's the case, you may just need to pull the product. A deep fried product is never going to deliver or even hold very well for wait very many minutes before a carryout customer shows up and it's not going to be crisp anymore, or even by the time they drive home to eat it. Okay, it's ventilation issues. Steam is how we're keeping that food warm largely. That steam is going to take away the crispiness. Maybe if we ventilated the product better, we might be able to have a better product. So check the ventilation on your containers. Again, you may want to remove the product. Is the product cold? If so, check your packaging. Okay, styrofoam is a good option. Now, one thing about styrofoam is it's not a green product. When I say green product, I mean it's not eco safe. It's not biodegradable, and a lot of companies, a lot of people are concerned with our environment, so they don't like the use of it. I've had before, when I've ran my catering business, I had doctors' offices that would not allow us to bring styrofoam into their office. I had to go out and buy cups and everything for them, just so they were plastic or paper or whatever. Okay. Um, is the container sealed well? Is it, for example, like a styrofoam clamshell does not seal real well. You just kind of clip it in the front, and there's no seal to it. Plastic product will seal well. So maybe that's the issue. What about if you wrapped it in foil and then put it in the container? Would that help the product any? I don't know. It depends on the product. You're gonna have to try these things. Okay. If the problem is with a certain shift or employees, then you retrain the management team first, because if it's a shift problem, managers often work the same shifts, work the same schedules typically. It's very common, and if it's always occurring on a certain manager's shift, maybe the manager is coaching them wrong. Okay, so you want to start with the managers to make sure that's not the problem. Okay, and then if it's a cook, then you retrain the cooks simply. Okay, so that's how to fix your product problems. Again, I'm gonna close with my address for my website. And y'all have a great day, and thank you.